Let's go. Oh. Right now, I'm at the cafe waiting for Mandy, the person who wants the wedding dress, right? Ooh. I called her and we set up a quick appointment to chat about what she's looking for. I'm sipping my coffee, casually checking my phone for some news. It doesn't take long before someone tries to get my attention. Valkii Hearth. A pretty-looking woman stands near my booth with a smile on her face. Hello, you must be Mandy, I greet her. Great, I got it right. Sarah told me to look for the woman with red eyes and white hair. I nod at her. That would be me. Please sit down. My feet are killing me. I've been walking around the city the entire day, she says as she takes a seat across me. Been doing some shopping? I ask, eyeing the bags in her hands. I've been all over the place, scouting out some decorations for the wedding, and of course, I got some new clothes. Mandy gives me a tiny smirk. When is the wedding? I ask her. That's pretty much my deadline, is it not? It's July 15th, so in 2.5 months. I know, it's pretty soon, but I've been planning this wedding for half a year now. My previous dress got cancelled. The designer had a midlife crisis and decided they couldn't do it anymore and ghosted me. Pathetic. Mandy huffs and flips her hair out of her face. Then, my photographer decided to bail out on me. His wife was divorcing him and wanted all of his camera equipment. God knows how that ended. I'm sorry to hear you haven't had a lot of luck lately. Anyways, I found Sarah not too long ago, and while looking through her portfolio, I saw your designs and I absolutely adore those clothes. They're completely my style. I don't think they are. I find myself feeling shy at the compliment. While she said that you've never dabbled in wedding attire, I won't doubt, after seeing your work, that you can create a splendid dress that suits my taste. Mandy pulls out a folder from her bag and lays it down on the table. She opens it up and shows me a couple of pages with sketches. I've got the sketches from the previous designer right here. This isn't the final design though, so feel free to change some things around. This will definitely come in handy. Do you happen to have your measurements noted down here as well? Mandy gives me a confident smirk and pushes a small piece of paper towards me. It's got all of her measurements down to the last detail. Perfect. Well, my work is already being done for me. I scan over the sketches featuring long wedding dresses and open backs and a very long train. It's classic and romantic. I can definitely see myself making this. I've never made a wedding dress before, but I'll see what I can do. I can send you some fabric swatches to sample for your dress as early as tomorrow. I like your attitude, she says while fist pumping the air. Jumping right in. Perfect. I can make my own sketches first with the samples you've shown me, then we can work from there to get a final design. What's your budget? I've got up to 5,000 put away for a dress. Wow, alright, that should be more than enough. I doubt it'll cost that much, so it depends on how embellished it will get. Nah, no need to get all sparkly on me. I prefer something more simple and elegant. Definitely add some lace in there though. Noted. We should schedule another appointment at my boutique so that we can decide on the final design. Sounds like a plan to me. So, do you want to take up my request? Mandy extends her hand out. I accept her hand and shake it. Of course. After my initial meeting with Mandy, we set up another appointment sometime later this week to discuss her wedding dress more in depth. We'll be working on getting a final design and sampling some fabric together. I'm actually really excited about it. I've never done something like this before. Since I'm out and about, I may as well pay DIMITRI a visit. He should be working right now since he didn't have class today, he told me. I'm feeling good about myself after my meeting with Mandy. I'd like to share the good news with DIMITRI. Go see some kitties at the same time. Soon I'm back at the cat cafe. It looks as cozy as I remembered it. There are several cats lounging around, basking in the sun on the floor. Last time I was here, I was catching up with DIMITRI and I asked him to come live with me. Why did I ask him that again? I'll never understand how my brain works. I shake my head and walk on over to a table. A white Persian cat jumps on my lap. Oh, hey there. I greet the cat with a smile and start petting its long fur. Aren't you pretty? You're pretty kitty. You're pretty kitty. As I pet the cat, I look around the cafe for DIMITRI. I see several other customers playing around with the cats and one other waitress serving them, but no sign of him. Welcome to Mew Cafe. Do you know our house rules? I smile and turn my head around. Hey DIMITRI, I greet him. DIMITRI stands perfectly still, not blinking for a second. Then he relaxes his body, his lips slipping into a familiar smile. He places the notepad down and looks at me with his warm eyes. Hey Valkii, what are you doing here? His voice is low but comforting to hear. I was out meeting a client of mine. Since I was in the neighborhood, I decided to drop by. I hope I'm not a bother. Oh no, it's fine, it's a slow day. And you mean the wedding dress client, right? He asks. The cat jumps off my lap and starts to circle around Dimitri's legs, meowing for attention. Yes, her. It was a casual meeting. We're going to be meeting again to discuss some more specifics, but the important part is, I got the client. I'll be designing my first wedding dress. Congratulations, sounds like an adventure, says Dimitri as he takes a seat at the table as well. It'll be weird though, I say, thinking about working on a wedding dress. How so? I haven't even gotten married myself, yet here I am designing a wedding dress. I don't think that matters too much, really. Is it really that odd? Dimitri questions. Don't you make a lot of clothes you never wear yourself? Well, he's got a point. True, but wedding dresses are for a special occasion. It's different. Well, a lot of dresses are for a special occasion. I mean, I've always dreamed of designing my own wedding dress, yet the first one I'll make will be for a client instead of myself. Dimitri chuckles. That's your issue with it. Your first wedding dress won't be for yourself. I nod at him, knowing it sounds a bit ridiculous. I have a solution for that, he says as he gives me a wry smile. You'll just need to get married before her. Huh, I scoff loudly. Right. I just need to get married within 3 months. No problem. The issue is, who am I going to marry, huh? Dimitri shifts his eyes from left to right. Well, it would need to be a man. Uh-huh, go on. Well, if our MC is straight, yes, sure, it needs to be a man. Someone close to you. I raise my eyebrows, looking at Dimitri with a pointed gaze. You mean to say yourself? Is that what you're getting at? That's what you're getting at here, isn't it? Dimitri swallows his words. His eyes are wide and his lips are pressed into a thin line. I smirk at him. Are you suggesting yourself, Dimitri? He averts his eyes. No, he says unconvincingly. Dimitri bites down on his lips to prevent himself from saying more. He looks uncomfortable. It's actually kind of cute. I'm tempted to tease him even more. Before I even know what I'm doing, I grab his hand and hold it up in front of our faces, moving closer to him. I flutter my eyes at him, smiling coyly. Dimitri, do you want to marry me? Dimitri keeps staring at me with a gaping mouth and shocked expression. He's not moving. Instead, his face is rapidly turning red. I think I may have broken him. Is that your girlfriend? Chirps a female voice. I immediately drop Dimitri's hand and back off. I whip my head to look at another Mew employee walking up to us. It's a girl with short pinkish hair, probably around Dimitri's age. She's holding a tray and smiling at us. You brought your girlfriend over to your work. That's so cute. Dimitri stands up from his seat, shaking his head as if he were trying to shake off his blush. No, Kim, you're mistaken. This is, Dimitri keeps stumbling over his words. He's clearly off his game here. Valkii, I introduce myself. Huh? She's not, but I saw the... That's not important right now. Dimitri quickly cuts her off. Dimitri walks up to her, narrowing his eyes. Please, get back to work. Kim huffs. Same goes for you. Stop flirting. Dimitri sighs deeply, rubbing his forehead as Kim walks away. I sit there, feeling a bit awkward. One of Dimitri's co-workers mistakenly believed me to be his girlfriend. Did it really seem like Dimitri and I were flirting with each other? That's a little embarrassing. People keep mistaking us as a couple. Anyways, what would you like to drink? Dimitri changes the subject. Relieved that he's changed the subject, I answer him. Yes, I'll have an iced tea. Quickly, Dimitri disappears with the order, and I'm left alone with the white cat. The cat jumps up onto the chair, and I start petting it again, mulling over what happened before. Getting married, wearing a wedding dress, being someone's wife. It's strange to think about, but I know a lot of people my age that have already gotten married. I guess at 23, it's not that strange to think about settling down. Then again, it's not like I even have a boyfriend, plus I still have some issues with getting close to someone. Besides, I just started my own career, no need to get married right now. I'm fine with what I have at the moment. White cat meows at me, purring slightly. I smile at it. I can simply become a cat lady instead. Which makes me wonder, how long does Dimitri plan on living with me? Surely it can't be forever, right? He'd probably want to move out on his own once he finishes college, maybe around 4 years? Living with Dimitri really hasn't been all that dramatic though. I guess I'm used to already having a roommate since I roomed with Sarah in college. This simply feels like an extension of that, except Dimitri is a guy. And also my ex's younger brother, but I choose to ignore that for now. Things have been rather pleasant with Dimitri around. He does a lot of the household chores so that I have extra time left to spend focusing on my work. Really, I haven't run into any issues with Dimitri, not yet anyway. It's not as strange as I thought it would be. I'm disturbed out of my thoughts as Dimitri walks back with a tray in his hand and iced tea on top of it. He sets the drink down gently on the table. Here you go, Valkii, enjoy. I happily accept the iced tea. Thanks. I take a quick sip before I ask him if he's got time to chat. Would your boss get angry if you seen talking to me? Dimitri shakes his head. It should be fine. We're allowed to chat with customers. Good. I don't want you to get into trouble because of me. I just wanted to drop by for a few minutes. Dimitri isn't listening to me, however. He got distracted by the Persian cat. It's lying on the floor with its back, his paws up in the air like it's pretending to be a bunny. Oh my god, it's so cute. Dimitri whips out his phone and takes a picture of it. I've never seen him with such a large and wide smile on his face. He looks positively giddy. Realizing that I've been staring at him the whole time, his smile quickly falters and he tries to compose himself. Sorry, Leonard was just being cute, he says sheepishly as he takes the seat opposite of me. Leonard is the cat's name? I question. Dimitri nods his head. Yes, all the cats have names. I like Leonard the most. I have to brush him every day to make sure his long hair doesn't get knotted. He likes to lie down on the floor like that pretty often, which I think is adorable. I stare at him, smiling slightly as he enthusiastically talks about the cat. I knew Dimitri liked cats, but I didn't know how passionate he really is. He seems really taken by Leonard. It's kind of cute. Dimitri shakes his head. I'm sorry, I tend to ramble when it comes to cats. Didn't realize you were such a cat fan. I guess Sarah's nickname for you is very befitting. Dimitri shoots me a deadpan look, no longer brimming with energy. He clicks his tongue at me. Anything but that, please. I laugh out loud. You don't like Catboy? No, please, not you too, he whines. Alright, I won't call you Catboy, I say while giggling, but you sure seem fond of cats. He scratches his cheek, feeling a bit bashful. Yes, I had an aunt who had like 6 cats when I was younger. It's me, I'm the aunt. But whenever we'd visit her, I'd go play with them, and it was always a lot of fun. Too bad you couldn't get one of your own, what with Alex being allergic and all. Feels weird to mention Alex's name so casually, as it's usually something we both try to avoid mentioning. I don't like talking about Alex, and Dimitri seems to prefer it that way too. Bum me out for sure, but that's why I really like this job so much. I get to be around cats all day long and take pictures of them whenever I like. I can't help but giggle at him. He sounds so eager about wanting to pet cats. Do you take 100 pictures each day or something? I joke. Dimitri coughs into his hand. Close. What, really? I'm joking, he says while chuckling, but I do take a fair amount. Show me some of them. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't. Dimitri shakes his head. I post them to my Snappic, so it's only temporary. Only other people with Snappic can see them. Oh, right, the app that lets you send pictures that get erased once they're open, that dirty cheater app. Isn't it a lot more fun to keep the pictures? I point out. Dimitri shrugs. You get used to it after a while. Plus, the important ones I will save to my phone. Dimitri leans in a bit closer, placing his arm on top of the table as he holds onto his phone. You know, it's really not that bad if you give it a chance. It can be a lot of fun. I raise my eyebrows. The app, you mean? The Cheetah's Paradise app. He nods. Yes, I mean, yes. Some people can use it for that, but it all really depends on who you're friends with. I've got a friend on Snappic, and we just share cat pictures all day. I don't exactly have a cat, I point out. Oh, no, you don't need one, he says hastily. You can take pictures of anything. A lot of people just share their food, for example. It's just nonsense, really, but I enjoy it. I'm not entirely convinced. Sarah has it too, you know, Dimitri admits. She tried to add me the other day. I know, she told me she has it. Did you accept her friend request? Well, you look like a masochist. He says deadpan. No thank you. Of course Sarah would be trying to bully Dimitri even over social media. I can't exactly blame him for rejecting her request. Still, makes me giggle at her attempt though. Then averts his eyes away from me. But I wouldn't mind having you on Snappic, he mumbles. Seems Dimitri really wants to share cat pictures with me. I don't know why he can't just use regular texting, but perhaps this app's more popular amongst his friends. You know what, Dimitri? I'll think about it, okay? His face seems to light up, giving me a broad smile. He almost looks like he's sparkling. His smile is that dazzling. You could make me agree to anything if he keeps looking at me like that. Oh. Okay. Nothing happened. Nothing happened in that chapter. My phone buzzes. I try to ignore it as I handle the customer checking out some dresses of mine, but as soon as the customer walks out the door, I grab my cell phone. Look how cute he is. He always lies down on his back like that, exposing his tummy. Aww. There's a picture of a silver cat lying in the middle of the floor on his back, his paws up in the air resembling a fluffy bunny. I can't help but smile. That is a damn cute cat. I guess I should send something back to him. I'm still a newbie when it comes to the Snappic app. Take a selfie. Sorry, Dimitri, I don't really have any pets around me I can take a cute picture of, so you'll just have to be satisfied with a picture of me. I hold up my phone and smile at the camera. I place on a stupid filter that puts cat ears on my head and enlarges my eyes. This stuff is so silly. The cat is definitely cute. Which one are you referring to? Because the cat you just sent me is super cute as well. I slam my phone against the counter, a blush burning on my cheeks. What's with that flirty response? Never in a million years did I expect that sort of thing to come from Dimitri. Wait, no actually, I do recall him being all flirty with those older women from work before. From before, back when he was making waffles to lure customers to my boutique. But I never expected such a response towards me. My cheeks are still red. I don't quite know what to say in response. Instead, I try to focus on my work, but it's kind of hard when my phone buzzes again, showing a notification from Dimitri. I feel giddy as I unlock my phone and check to see what Dimitri has sent me. It's a selfie of Dimitri with an orange tabby in his arms. He's smiling, or perhaps laughing, while the cat is rubbing its face against his shoulder. Cute. You can really see his dimple like this. I love the way these cats seem to adore him. The picture removes itself after a few seconds, and I'm a little bummed out that they don't last forever. It was a really nice picture of Dimitri. I wish I could have saved it. That's the cat that jumped on my shoulder the first time I entered the cafe, isn't it? Good memory. Yep, this is Boomer. He's been here since the start. He's a favourite among most of the regulars here. You actually have regulars coming over. Quite a few of our customers are people who can't own a pet themselves, so they come here to still have some interaction with cats. Oh, that's kind of sad. I didn't think about that. I guess some people have a landlord who forbids pets. You don't have that problem. You live in your own house. That's correct. Pets are allowed in my home. Don't tempt me. What's with that stupid grin on your face? Startled, I drop my phone and look up from my counter with wide eyes. It's Sarah. Wow, that sure gave me a fright. Sarah, don't scare me like that, I say while exhaling a large breath. You didn't hear the chimes? Honestly, no I did not. I guess I was too engrossed in texting with Dimitri, but I'm not about to tell Sarah that. What's up? I ask instead, wondering why she's here in the first place. Nothing much. I was in that area and wanted to see how far along you were with that wedding dress, wedding dress designs. Oh yeah, let me go grab my sketchbook. I quickly fetch my sketchbook from my workroom, then return to the boutique where Sarah is waiting for me. I've definitely been sketching a lot of designs based on Mandy's notes and previous designs. Sarah takes the sketchbook off my hands and starts browsing through the pages. Ooh, these are nice, she says in an excited tone. I especially like the fluffier ones. Those translate really well on camera. I smile at her. Of course, it's all about the capturing of it on camera for Sarah. She's got her talent, I've got mine. I'm actually quite happy that we're both working on this together. Do you really think you can finish this in 2 months? Sarah asks, a little worried. I nod my head. I'll be able to make the deadline, no worries. Most of my time is spent waiting around for Mandy's input anyway. Actual construction won't take that long. Has Mandy seen these? Not yet. I'll be meeting with her tomorrow. Sarah grins at me. It's starting to feel more real now that we're both working on this wedding. I giggle at her. It feels a little bit like a class project, even though we had different majors. Sarah puts the sketchbook down, her fingers pointing at a particular design. This one. I really like it. Classic mermaid style, right? Yep, personally it's my favourite as well, but who knows? Mandy might like something else. If Mandy's got any taste, she'd definitely pick this one, says Sarah with a determined nod. Have you been to the venue yet? Where the wedding is being held? I decide to ask. Not yet, but I've seen the website. It's a small castle with a modest estate in the north. Honestly, it looks like something from a movie. Wow, really? That sounds expensive. I wonder how much money Mandy got for her budget. The pictures I can take there will be amazing. It's got this fairy tale charm to it. Maybe you'll find your Prince Charming there, I say jokingly, knowing Sarah is single. Sarah rolls her eyes and punches my arm. Or princess, she corrects me. But what about you? You haven't been in a relationship ever since. I know I haven't. I'm not looking for anything either right now. I've got my hands full with work at the moment, I say quickly, cutting her off. Noticing my change in demeanour, Sarah takes the hint and drops the subject. This is not really something I want to talk about at the moment. Anyways, definitely tell her to go for this design. It's the best out of them all. I smile at her. Will do. Eventually, Sarah leaves the boutique to go home. I stare at my sketchbook, seeing all of the designs I've sketched out. What will Dimitri think of them? I take out my cell phone and take a picture of my designs, then send it over to Dimitri. What do you think? Wow, you've been working a lot. Those designs look really elegant. Thanks, which one do you like the most? The one with the fluffy bottom, the fishtail one? It's called a mermaid dress. Fishtail, mermaid, same species. Well, I like that design the most as well. Glad to hear you like it too. I may not be very fashionable, but I think anything you make ends up looking good. I grow bashful with the way Dimitri is complimenting me. I guess Snappic wasn't such a bad idea after all. Hopefully Mandy likes the design as well. I'll show it to her tomorrow. Today I went to see Mandy. We've come to a final design for her wedding dress. It's the one I showed to Dimitri and Sarah before. Mandy seems to be really taken away with the design. She's actually quite ecstatic about it. It's been a while since I've had this much fun working on a piece of mine. Lately I've been too busy running my boutique to have time to focus on my own creative designs. Speaking of, I should call it a day, close up shop and relax in front of my TV. After closing up shop, I go upstairs to the kitchen. I want to fix myself a snack before I go watch the latest episode of Pretty Or, a very cute TV show. When I enter the kitchen, I hear some noises. I walk towards the kitchen area and notice my refrigerator door is open. A mop of brown hair sticks out at the top. Oh, it's Dimitri. I didn't realize he was home already. I guess he came in through the back door. Hey Dimitri, I go to greet him. Oh dear. I wasn't prepared to run into a shirtless Dimitri taking a drink from a bottle of water. His body is glistening with little sweat drops and he's standing there in some shorts and a towel draped around his shoulders. My eyes are pretty much mesmerized as I watch the droplets trickle down his abs. I forgot Dimitri has a nice stomach like this, but to see it all in full view right now, it's hit me like a ton of bricks. Valkii, Dimitri yells out in surprise. He starts coughing up some water by accident. I get jerked back into reality. I'm ogling Dimitri. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you'd come up here. If I knew he was here, I would have walked into the kitchen much sooner. Valkii, what the hell are you thinking? I shake my head, trying to get rid of those intrusive thoughts. No, it's your home too. I'm just a little surprised to see you standing here wearing only that. My eyes flicker down to his shorts. A blush spreads across Dimitri's face. He turns all awkward and crosses his arms across his chest to make him less exposed. I'm sorry for walking around indecent. I just came back from tennis practice. He shrinks his body to make himself look small and insignificant. I'll go change now. No, I utter immediately. Wait, why did I say it so desperately? I mean, like I said, it's your home too. You're allowed to walk around naked if you'd like. Dimitri's eyes widen and so do mine. Words, Valkii. Words have meaning. I mean, not naked. I bring my hands to my flaming cheeks and shake my head. Please don't strut around naked, no matter how good looking your body is. What am I saying? Did I just call his body good looking? What is my mouth doing? Dimitri in turn just grows quiet and flashes me a nervous smile with a very bright red face. He stands there awkwardly while I'm trying to calm down my heart. I force myself to stop talking because whenever I open my mouth, I say weird things. I turn my face away from him as well. I believe I'm acting so nervous around Dimitri all of a sudden, and I was staring at his body. This is Dimitri we're talking about, sweet, adorable Dimitri, who also happens to be my ex's younger brother. I can't go ogling him, even if he has a really nice body. It's inappropriate. I'll go get changed, Dimitri decides to say after being quiet for a while. Yeah, I agree. Probably for the best. Dimitri finally leaves the kitchen, and I groan out loud and slap my own cheeks. Pull yourself together, Valkii. You're the older one around here. Can't go acting like a little nervous schoolgirl. Dimitri is allowed to walk around shirtless. I should simply turn my eyes away from him. That's the least I can do. I sigh. I didn't realize living with another guy would cause my heart to race at the sight of him shirtless. I quickly prepare my snack, barely paying attention to what I'm making as I try to push my thoughts of Dimitri out of my head. That body is hard to forget. When I'm done lounging around and watching my TV shows, I decide it's time for dinner. I'm not sure if Dimitri was planning on making dinner or not. I should probably ask. It's no issue for me if I have to do the cooking for today. Then again, asking him means I'll have to confront him again and be reminded of what happened earlier today. That image is simply not going out of my head, no matter the amount of TV I watched to drown it out. I look around the house for Dimitri until I stumble upon the bathroom door, which is opened only slightly. I stop and stare. Dimitri is inside the bathroom, hanging up laundry to dry. Oh, he's already doing chores. There's a purple thong in his hands, which Dimitri stretches out twice. His face looks flushed. He's holding my underwear. Curious to see what in the world Dimitri is doing with my underwear, I remain silent and peer through the crack of the door to spy on him. What the hell is he doing stretching my thong though? He's making sure to twist it to get rid of any excess moisture. He clips the underwear onto the drying rack. His movements are slow and deliberate. When he takes out another one of my underwear, this time a black lace one, he shakes his head in defeat and sighs. This is not good for my heart, he mumbles to himself. I can't help but snicker out loud in response. Dimitri immediately jerks away from the laundry basket and turns his head to stare at the door, his eyes large. He drops the thong in his hand. I push myself through the crack, deciding to renounce myself now that I've been discovered. What's not good for your heart? I ask him, smiling innocently. Valkii, you're here, he stutters his words. He fiddles with his fingers as his cheeks fill up with blood. His blue eyes look down at my underwear on the floor, then he hangs his head in defeat. How long have you been watching me? He asks in a nervous voice. Long enough to see you getting embarrassed over touching my underwear, I answer honestly. Dimitri nervously purses his lips. I wasn't, well, maybe a little. I'm sorry, I don't mean to look like some creep digging through your underwear. I chuckle at him, he's so easily flustered. It's okay, Dimitri, you're just doing laundry. You're going to be digging through my underwear and that's totally fine. I guess I should have asked first if I could do your laundry. Dimitri lets out a jittery breath. It's fine, you're allowed to. I bend down to pick up my thong, then attach it to the drying rack. Just don't drop them, okay? I wink at him. Dimitri makes an eep sound, panic filling his eyes. I won't, he replies, quickly getting back to hanging up the laundry. I laugh at him as I walk out of the room. Yep, I'll see you in the next one.